don't you gonna run me wild. Gotta stop doing what you do to me, baby. I mean just what I say.
Musiker-board, Germany, good morning. With Mike Sanden from Sanden Guitars. Plus, you're helping Tanglewood in the designing of their guitars. So you're acoustic guitar builder, and we want to talk a bit about humidity in guitars and making guitars travel from A to B or travel through the year, which means summer and winter.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you for giving the opportunity to get some information.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. Well, travel with an acoustic guitar could be, or just keeping the acoustic guitar in a decent environment could be sometimes quite hard if it's really dry. But today, most of the guitar, even the cheapest one, have a solid top, which wasn't that much common, say 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Then you have a laminated top, but even the cheapest guitar today have a solid top, and it doesn't matter if the guitar is 100 euro, or is it like 1,000 euro, 100,000 euro, it will react to humidity,
Yeah.
and so it will swell or shrink. That's how it is. And so people who usually had a laminated guitar before and it never cracked, now bought a new guitar
Yeah.
15 years later and it cracks the first year and they don't understand why.
Yeah.
So I think, even if you have a cheap guitar, you need to know something about the humidity for the instrument.
Okay.
And the best thing or the simplest way to say is like, if you buy a small humidifier, so you can read the readings in the room where the
Yeah.
guitar are the most of the time. If it's below 35%, you put a humidifier into the sound hole.
Okay.
If it's over 35, you can take it out again, and that's
Yeah.
the general rule.
Okay.
So that's how I think about my guitars, even if they cost about 6,000 euros. I mean, that's the same advice I give to
Yeah.
my customers. So
So it's not overdoing the process, it's sort
No.
of stay in a reasonable
yeah.
frame.
I think a lot of people think that now I bought this humidifier, now I keep it in there the whole time, and
Yeah.
even if it's humid in the summer, for instance, then you put more moisture in, and all that moisture is going to go out when you put the heat in to
In
the house.
winter,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, and then you have even bigger problems.
Okay.
So,
In regard to sound, I mean the wood, depending on the humidity in the wood, will resonate different.
yes, absolutely.
Is there a point that you prefer to be in?
Well, 50% is perfect.
50% is
When,
perfect,
as a
okay.
builder, you normally build around 42 to 45%. That's
Okay.
the ideal. A little bit drier than you really like it to be. So,
Okay.
so the best area to be is around 50%. So if you can hold the room where you have all your guitars at 50%, that will keep them at the good sound, and the string height will stay where it is. And so
Okay.
because when the top shrinks, the strings go down.
Go down.
Yeah.
That's gonna rattle
So,
down.
and the first thing you can actually notice that is dry in the room is that you can see if you have a spruce top, you can see the lacquer is kind of sinking a little bit, so
Okay.
it gets striped.
Okay.
That's the first sign of getting
That's
us. Yeah,
And you better realize that first
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
before you get
absolutely. The
crack.
next step is crack.
The next step is crack. You might be in a position that you have to travel
Yeah,
from severe dry to severe
yeah.
humidity. Selecting a guitar, is there things you can use as a precaution, like different bracing styles that more or less support change of humidity or make it more stable or less stable?
Well, it's hard for a customer to buy a guitar and knowing how the bracing will look inside.
Yeah.
So I will in general say the general rules for everything with a solid spruce top.
Yeah.
So I would say that, if you're going to travel from a dry climate to a humid, that's no problem because it's usually just swells.
Yeah.
But if you go from a humid climate to a dry one,
Yeah.
it's good to say that you, first of all, before you pack the guitar, is loosen the strings.
Okay.
And also try to get the humidity down in where you are. But if that is not possible, just loosen the strings so there is no tension when you
Okay.
travel on it. And then when you come home and you know it's dry, you don't open the case immediately and take the guitar out.
Yeah.
You let the guitar get
Readjust.
used, readjust. So if it's possible, put a humidifier into the guitar, let it
Okay.
sit for 24 hours before you take it out the
Okay.
case.
So the case is to be used as a filter.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So that kind of gives the guitar a chance to
arrive as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So, and also if depending on what case you're using, it's good to put a little support on the head. You know,
Yeah.
which all the dirty underwears is good to put in when you travel on the
Okay.
neck.
So then you also have reasons to humidify and wash the guitar when you come back.
Yes, absolutely.
As a guitar builder, you're based in south of Sweden.
Yeah.
You have your own little line of guitars.
Yes.
Which is basically because you can't build more.
Yeah, I mean, I build about, around 20-25 guitars a year, and that's what I build, and it's a handmade special on order for the customer.
Okay.
So and I've been doing that for almost 35 years now. So.
And I was reading through the website last year because I'm sort of frequently end up here to boot to listen to some music.
Yeah.
You invite customers to join you for building process.
Yes. I run every year. I have 2 classes of guitar building that you come to me and you stay for 2 weeks and you build your own guitar from scratch.
Okay.
And we put even lacquer on it, so it's completely finished when you leave.
Okay.
And you don't need any early experience of guitar building, just a great interest of building guitars.
Okay. So it's going to be an oiled top then, or
No, it's going to be a lacquer top. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's made in satin, so we don't have to
so
buff
you
it
don't
up.
have to buff it up and wait and wait. Okay.
So, but we are building the guitars exactly the same as I do.
Okay.
So it's we're using my wood and everything. So it's nothing that I put aside. Like it's not as good as the one I've used.
No.
I just take the wood from the piles that I have when I build my guitars.
Okay.
So, and it's in August, both classes, and they fill. I take 4 students in each class, and they fill up quite fast. So.
Okay. So, music board. Whenever you're looking for a good place to make a vacation, I recommend building your own acoustic guitar, which is a complete cool feeling to have one built yourself. I assume. Also, I want to point out because. That might be my beer equation syndrome of this Musik Messe. There's a new small one, a baby's born Sanden.
Yeah.
12 thread, and you build it quite cheap as well.
Normally when I build guitars, I start building the guitar, and afterwards I just kind of settle with the price.
Okay.
This time I decided to set the price first and see if I could make it. So I made this small guitar, and I travel a lot with Tanglewood, so I need a guitar to bring with me, and I don't want to check it in, so I just want to bring it into the airplane. So I said, it has to be as small as possible, but still it's going to be a real instrument. I didn't want to build a toy. So I just want solid woods all over, so it's sapelli, the whole body is sapelli, and the neck, ebony fretboard. And I have the same tuners I have on my 6,000 euros guitar. It's a shirtlet tuners, which are really, really good.
Yeah.
And then I paint them on a sunburst. But they retail for just under 1,100 euros.
Okay.
So they are great to travel with.
I tried it. It's a fun price for a fun instrument.
Yeah.
Of course, it will add up with the case. It will add up with pickup system. But still, for the hand-built experience. I think that's a pretty good deal. I think you land about, with a case and a B-band pickup, it's about 1,350 euros. Okay. That includes shipping too in Europe. So. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Yeah. That's a fun one. And I find a picture of 2 of them in their wooden case in the overhead bin of an aircraft. So for everybody traveling, this might be the one to go. Absolutely. Now we finally know why Cap Mo plays small guitars. Mike, thank you for the inside view. Yeah. Thank you very much. Good luck with your own business and supporting Tanglewood on their business. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I said